What are you talking about? My sister's strictness is kindness, you know?
Do you really think so? Fine, then please leave. My name is Olivia. I have a daughter named Emma who has just started elementary school. I quit my job after giving birth to her and now I'm a full-time housewife. Watching Emma grow every day makes me very happy. However, I have a little problem. It's about my husband Michael's sister, Nancy. She is 10 years older than us and a very reliable person. You could say she has a strict and stoic personality. But, she's a little too strict, or rather, she has a sarcastic personality. She doesn't even tolerate small mistakes. For example, she doesn't even forgive a small mistake in speech.
Nancy, can I ask you to buy something? I need flour. Oh, I mean breadcrumbs. I need breadcrumbs.
Mom, what are you talking about? You don't want flour? Really, breadcrumbs? It would be annoying if you said it was different later. Please check it right now.
When I went to my in-laws' house, she had a conversation like this with her mother. She even talks to her own mother like this. Of course, she treats everyone around her the same way.
Olivia, do you want some sweets? I have chocolate and strawberries, but which one do you prefer?
Huh? I like both, so either one is fine. Please choose the one you want to eat.
You know, I asked which one you wanted to eat. Why can't you answer the question? Do you not understand what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. Then I'll have the chocolate, please.
That's all right. From now on, answer clearly. I hate people who are slow.
Actually, she's not strict with everyone around her. She's only strict with women. In fact, she's always soft to her younger brother Michael.
Boys are always spoiled. It can't be helped, right?
Because of that, I've been disliked since I married Michael. No matter what I do, I'm always criticized for something small. If I don't talk, I'm rude, and if I talk too much, I'm annoying. So I've always avoided her because I'm not good at dealing with her. That's not the case anymore. This is because her strictness has now become targeted towards my daughter, Emma. She is very strict with Emma, who has just started first grade. For example, children at this age are not yet good at pronunciation. Some children may say a T instead of a TH, or S instead of sh. Nevertheless, she gets angry even at such things.
Listen, speak clearly. Do you think you can act cute? That doesn't work with me.
She even complains if Emma drops a little food during meals, even if it's something small and slippery like cherry tomatoes.
Can't you eat properly? A child like you shouldn't sit on chairs. How about sitting on the floor?
She also gets angry when Emma's voice gets a little louder while watching her favorite anime.
You're noisy. Think about other people.
Emma seems to dislike her aunt as well because she's always like this.
I don't want to see Aunt Nancy.
I also tried to keep our distance from her for Emma's sake. But, she comes to our house without permission. And my husband Michael, who is her real brother, doesn't try to stop her.
Nancy is kind. Even though she's strict now, she really cares about Emma. You know, when we were students, we hated strict teachers, but we appreciate them when we grow up. It's the same thing.
But she is too strict. I think it's too much for Emma's age. I feel sorry for Emma.
That's not true. Maybe you're too soft on Emma. Maybe you should discipline her more strictly?
Why would you say that? Emma is obedient and a good girl.
Are you sure? Emma must be really bad if Nancy gets angry. After all, Nancy is a veteran elementary school teacher.
Yes, my sister-in-law has a long career as an elementary school teacher. That's probably why Michael doesn't question her words. But I think that's the reason. She works at the elementary school that Emma attends. Fortunately, the school does not assign family members as homeroom teachers. So my sister-in-law is not Emma's homeroom teacher. According to rumors, she is in charge of the 5th grade class. So she shouldn't have anything to do with Emma. But she doesn't behave quietly even then. When she sees Emma at school, she scolds her in the same way as she does at home. She comes from the end of the hallway and gets angry over trivial things.
Yesterday, I was talking with my friend in the hallway. Then Aunt Nancy came. She said it would be annoying if we walked side by side in the hallway. She told us to think about other people. But my friend and I weren't running. We were just talking in a quiet voice. There were other children around who were making more noise.
Nancy always scolds only Emma like this. As a result, Emma has recently been saying that she doesn't want to go to school. It seems that she is also being avoided by her friends.
I like Emma, but when I'm with you, I feel scared because the scary female teacher comes. So it's okay to play at home or somewhere else. But I don't want to be with you at school.
Emma seems to be even more sad when she hears things like this. After being told this much, I can't stay silent as a mother. Even if I don't have an elementary school teaching license, I am Emma's greatest supporter. So I talked to Nancy, who came to our house at Michael's request. And I confirmed that Emma's story was true.
But what can we do? Young children have bad manners. It's the teacher's job to teach them properly. And why are you complaining? Olivia, are you being too overprotective?
But Emma said there were other children making noise around her.
Oh, really? I don't remember that. And that's why we have to be strict with family members. I have those feelings too, you know?
As expected of Nancy.
Michael, be quiet. Nancy, isn't that an abuse of power? Emma is too pitiful.
That's not true. I'm a teacher. I'm right. It's obvious that I'm right.
As expected, she doesn't listen. And she even made threatening remarks to Emma.
Hey, Emma. Did you tell your mom? You're such a terrible child for telling on me right away. Children like you will be hated by your friends too.
With these words, I lost my patience. Get out of here right now. Your very existence is having a negative impact on Emma.
Humph. How rude of you to say that.
Olivia, why don't you calm down a bit?
Why are you so calm as if it's someone else's problem?
Come on.
Stop laughing and think seriously. Don't you care about protecting Emma, Michael?
Of course I do. But Nancy has a point too.
Fine, if that's the kind of father you are, I don't need you. I want a divorce. Michael laughed at my words as if he was making fun of me. And then he said something provocative.
Ha! Interesting. You, a full-time housewife, want a divorce? Do you know that you can't live without money? You can't live on the money in Emma's toy cash register. You can't even buy meat or vegetables.
What are you talking about? Are you making fun of me? Who do you think you are?
I'm your husband. If you really want a divorce, I'll sign the divorce papers anytime. Bring the divorce papers when you're ready, and I'll divorce you right away.
Michael probably thinks that I can't really get a divorce. He said it with a relaxed expression. But I didn't bring up the topic of divorce just because I was impulsive. After hearing those words, I took out the divorce papers that I had put in my pocket. Okay, then sign this. You'll divorce me right away, won't you? Come on, hurry up.
No! Wait a minute. It's a joke. Why did you prepare something like this?
I was planning to give you one last chance this time. I wanted to see if you would protect Emma from Nancy. But a father who doesn't support his daughter is not needed by Emma. We're getting a divorce.
No! Wait! That's just talk. I don't want a divorce. Children need fathers.
That's right, Olivia. What about the economic situation? You're a full-time housewife, aren't you? Calm down.
Please be quiet, Nancy.
I can't be quiet. Emma is a precious student at our school and my niece. Do you intend to make her uncomfortable? Olivia, women should obey men. Men are the breadwinners. They are the heads of the household. It's disrespectful not to respect them, isn't it?
She imposes old values, and Michael listens to her with satisfaction. I was so fed up with talking to these two that I couldn't stand it anymore. So I said these words. If you're going to say that much, I'll say it. Breadwinner? Head of the household? Those are words that can be said because you're financially supporting the family, right? But the name of this house is mine. Of course, the land is mine too, and our savings are almost entirely from my earnings, right? This is a true story. Even though I'm a full-time housewife now, I used to be a surgeon before giving birth. And to be honest, I worked at a pretty big hospital. Before giving birth, I was doing surgeries and night shifts and earning a lot of money. We even bought this house in cash with my salary at the time. On the other hand, Michael, who has been spoiled by his sister since he was young, has a sloppy personality. Even as an adult, he runs away from unpleasant things and only works part-time jobs occasionally. He usually doesn't do housework at home and just plays games all day. He doesn't earn any living expenses, so he was living off my savings. I was enduring it, thinking that I could save money again if I returned to work. I was attracted to Michael's freedom when I was young, but I regretted getting married recently. But Emma still loved Michael. So I thought I wouldn't get a divorce just for her sake. But you will choose Nancy over Emma and me, right? Then Emma is more important to me than you. I don't need you. Get out.
No, that's, wait, Olivia. If we calm down and talk, we'll understand each other.
Talk? What can I talk about with you, who is at your sister's beck and call without thinking? Come on, you said you'd sign the papers, right? Don't lie.
I didn't.
Nancy, as a teacher, isn't lying bad for both adults and men?
Well, that's true, but...
Nancy!
Michael and my sister-in-law were both reluctant to get a divorce. but they must have realized that they couldn't repair things from here. After a few hours of arguing, he reluctantly agreed to the divorce. From now on, please contact my lawyer for any further matters. Emma and I will move to a monthly apartment for the time being. I will let you know the lawyer's contact information at a later date. I took the divorce papers and left home with only the bare minimum of my belongings. I thought Emma would resist more, but she was probably happier to be away from my sister-in-law than to be separated from Michael. She followed me with a big smile on her face. After that, I moved out of the monthly apartment in a few months and moved near my parents' house. I couldn't get any compensation from Michael, but I was able to get him to waive his right to property division. He still contacts me occasionally, but I ignore everything. It's a situation where I could completely ignore him if there were no visits with Emma. Anyway, I was able to improve the environment for raising my child by moving near my parents' house. And luckily, there was a vacancy in the surgery department of a nearby large hospital, so I was able to return to work. My parents helped me with night shifts. I'm really grateful. The only regret was that I had to transfer Emma to a new school due to the move. She had just gotten used to the school after a few months of enrollment. But to my surprise, Emma quickly adapted to the new school.
I miss my friends, but I'm happy that Aunt Nancy isn't at school. I've made new friends and it's really fun.
She says this every day and goes to school happily. In fact, she seems to have made quite a few new friends, so there's no need to worry too much. The most important thing is that Emma can enjoy her daily life. As for Nancy, I reported her to the school. I told them about how she treats Emma at home and what Emma told me about school. Then I found out something surprising. She is a teacher who is criticized for favoring male students. Apparently, there were complaints almost every week in the class she was in charge of.
I heard from my daughter that she's only kind to male students. Why do you send my daughter to the hallway when she forgets her homework? Is it true that you only say it's okay, but please remember to bring it next time to male students?
Is it true that you give jelly from the school lunch to male students only? I heard that you're doing this because of the difference in body size between boys and girls. But aren't girls bigger than boys in upper elementary school? This is clearly favoritism, isn't it?
She was already being criticized like this. Of course, not only parents of female students but also parents of male students had a bad reputation.
It's difficult even if you're overly kind. Can't you respond firmly as a teacher?
My child said it's unpleasant to see you being strict only with female students. It's bad for children's education, so please change the homeroom teacher.
Because she was such a teacher, it seems that she will not be the homeroom teacher for 6th graders next year. I heard that she will be transferred somewhere when the transfer period comes. After divorcing me and losing his income, Michael seems to be struggling. He says strange things when we meet regularly.
Please come back to me. I can't say that now. But can you support me with money? Yeah, $2,000 a month is fine.
Of course, there's no way I can accept such a request. In the future, I plan to reduce the number of visitation days unless Emma wants to see him. Of course, I intend to prioritize Emma's feelings, but personally, I don't want to see Michael as much as possible. More than that, I want to cherish my time with Emma. Since I return to work, I have less time to spend with her than before. But I can do my best for Emma.
I want to be like Mom someday. I want to be a great doctor and help lots of people. So Mom, let's work together someday.
Being with Emma, who says such happy things, is my happiness. I'll do anything to protect this happy life from now on.
How was this story? Please subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.